Good morning, Yankee. How are you this morning? Welcome to the lounge. Buddy, I was kind of hoping you'd come by. Usually it's just one or two people chilling with me in the morning. I kind of get my morning coffee on. Um, Glad you're here. I really, really, really want to have a face to face with you, buddy. Like Google Hangouts or something. This me talking to you and then listening to what you say on the chat is a little awkward. You know what I mean? So I'd be willing to switch over to Google Hangouts if you are, and then we could just have a face to face and do some collaborating right here. What do you say to that? Heck, I'd even invite you to do a Google Hangouts on my live if I knew how to do that on the phone. Can you do that? Put you right here in the panel, sets you in the chair right across from me, so to speak. That'd be kind of awesome. But you see what you know the situation. I see it. I see it in your lives all the time. You want to know what people are saying, but you also got to look at the camera to engage. So, you know. Oh, you know what? You have missions. I'm just honored that you're in the room. You know what I mean? I'm glad you did stop by. You carry on with your life. I mean, I've got mine too. I often pop in on your live shows, knowing that, oh my God, I shouldn't get involved right now because I've got so much to do, but I can't miss it. I just can't. I'm so Yankee addicted. It's not funny. I'm like, this guy. Every once in a while, he says something in his live streams. Sometimes his live streams are all over the place, just like mine, but sometimes he just says something and it just rings that bell. And it sticks with me. And yesterday morning it did the same thing. I was listening to, or that morning I was listening to you in the car. You said something, it just stuck with me all day. And so, you know, you're a huge inspiration to me. That's why I'm so honored that you're in the room right now, buddy. And look, I don't have to touch the phone because I got my little iPad here and I can read what you're saying. Some of the best practice is to have your dialogue and engage with the camera, but give yourself breaking points to go to the chats. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I see how you do that. I see how you run that pattern. And I also believe wholly that when you do a live show like this, or do a live show without, you know, say a set narrative or a set pattern you're sitting down to talk about, then it is an engagement with the audience, and you do have to do that. Take the breaks, listen to what they're saying. I noticed that it's just something I do with you, Yankee, is when I do the at Yankees Outdoor Adventures, I know that I'm talking. You know that I'm talking to you. Those highlighted ones really jump out at you, and you catch those. And you don't want to miss anything in the chat, because I've gone back on and reviewed some of my lives and noticed, oh man, so and so said something I could have really highlighted on that topic, or I really could have expanded on that topic. That would have been really cool. But you know, it's all a learning curve for me, so I'm trying to work it out. You know what I mean. Yankee, I got nothing but kind words for you. I would love to get to the point. That's why I want to do a face-to-face with you, so that you can get to know my personality a little bit more. I love to get to the point where I can start ribbing you, like budget bushcraft and stuff like that. That's just the kind of guy I am. I respect and honor you, but I would love to just go at it with you, just bounce it back and forth, and really let you know. And I would love to hear constructive criticism from you as well. You know, let's just do this, because I want to grow. I sat down. I'm the kind of person who sinks his teeth into a project. You know what I mean? And I really wholeheartedly go for something, right? And if it doesn't work out, you know, and I know I get frustrated really easily, sometimes I'll just drop it and I'll just say, oh, forget it. You know, this isn't something I want to do. Guess what? I can't be a NASCAR racer. Well, guess what? I guess I better stop getting speeding tickets. But sometimes I'll grab onto something and I go with it. I know it's a project. I know it's something I can do. And when I started this YouTube channel, when I started uploading content and started getting into the community, I just knew YouTube was something that's going to stick around with me for a long, long time. So, you know, any help or growth or anything that we can do together that'll help me grow, I'm all for it. You can ask your viewers to either highlight your name or use capital letters when they're talking to you. That will help you notice the chat better. Yep. And we can hook up on Hangouts later on today. I'm not sure what time of day you get done with work. I am exactly done with work at 5 o'clock, and I have like a 29-minute bus ride to get home. I drive occasionally. Next week I'll be driving all week because Christina won't need the car to go into the office. But yeah, I get on the bus and I'm totally able to do a Google Hangouts on the bus. I'd even like to someday do a live show, but there's a whole live in public thing that a lot of people, well, myself included, some days I think the bus ride would be awesome for a live show, but some days I'm thinking, oh no, I'm too crowded. It's not going to have the right perspective. But yeah, so we'll hook up later on Google Hangouts. That'd be awesome. Oh man, Yankee in the house. I am so on. It's just I love the chat right now. Usually it's me and Karen Summers or me and Peter Deli. Two awesome channels, by the way. I'm sure you know both of them. Maybe not Peter Deli, but Karen Summers for sure. I know you know. But if you have a chance to check out Peter Deli, go ahead and head over to his channel. But sometimes it'll be just me and Peter. Sometimes it'll be just me and Karen. And today I said. I was late this morning. I wanted to get up and nail the lounge right at 6 o'clock and get going, and I was late. Didn't even take the shower, so I threw on a hat. But I thought, man, one of these days I'm going to catch Yankee in the morning. I know he's one of those early birds that gets the worm. And here it is. I got Yankee, 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 Yankee in my chat room. I love it. Yankee 20. Okay, got it. Use that address. Okay, perfect. Sounds good. I will do that right after my live show. I promise myself I stay on till 7 o'clock every day. If nobody comes into the chat room after you have to head out and do what you're doing, I will still stay on. I now have OBS, so I'm recording all my live shows, and this is what I'm doing, Yankee, and I'd like your opinion on it. After I do my lives, I usually leave them up for about an hour or so on the channel, and then I go into my creator studio and I set them on to private. And the reason I'm doing that is because what I'd like to do is save that content. It doesn't get a lot of rewatch time anyways. There's only been 2 or 3 people in the channel. And I know it's not the best way to get exposure, but I'm holding on to my live shows in the private until I can get a chance to go in and edit them and make them a little bit smoother. Like cut out the first 10 minutes of me just sitting in the chair and staring out the window, or sipping my coffee because there's nobody in the chat room. I know I should actually start to put content in those dead spaces, but I haven't done that yet. Actually, that's kind of the reason why I come up here, is to bounce ideas off people and get ideas. So maybe creating content for dead space in my lives is another one that I need to write down. So yeah, see, talking it out with somebody. I know you're going live at 8, and as a matter of fact, I'm going to continue to try to go live between 6 and 7, and I will definitely plug you in when I start to get more people. I will definitely plug you. I mean, I must sound pretty freaking arrogant right now, saying, "Oh yeah, I'm going to plug Yankee's channel where I got 350 subscribers, and Yankee's a freaking hero in my eyes." But yeah, and I think we can totally do that, bounce off each other, because I know that you're going to be plugging Happy Trails for her workout at 11, and then we'll just keep on going like that. What I'd like to do is connect a chain, like so. At least one of us is on 24 hours a day. I know there's a bunch of people that go on late at night. Recycled Dude is one of them. If you've ever, well, I know you know Recycled Dude. I'm not going to tell you to check out his channel. He's an awesome. I think he's growing too. I think Recycled Dude has got a great little thing going on over there. And plus, I totally relate to what he does on the side. I used to be a scrapper for years and a DIY guy, and hold a wrench in my hand, gill skills, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, the more content, the better. I got that written down. Today was to be. Was to be if anybody else came in the room besides you, because I really want to pick your brain. If anybody else came into the room, it was just going to be a been there, done that, meaning a throwback Thursday. Obviously, I was going to talk about gold panning in the Yukon, or maybe a trip to Galapagos, or something that I've done in the past that changed my life, or was an interesting, or at least just an interesting story. Um, yeah, I really want to. You know what? I'm not gonna talk to you like you're gonna respond to me, because I really want to have a face to face with you, Yankee, on Google Hangouts. But yep. Oh, thanks, Yankee. I appreciate that. Sure. I like I said, I'm going to commit myself to doing this every morning between 6-ish and definitely ending at 7. I figured out that if I don't sleep in like I normally do, and I get up at 7 and I do my morning routine and blah blah blah, I'm not late for work. So I have to end the live stream at 7 o'clock. There's just no going past that to get ready for my job and go. So if I nail it at 6 o'clock and get going, the lounge here the lounge that I'm using is open at 6 o'clock. It's a public lounge it's a private lounge for the people who live in the tower, for the residents. We're allowed to use it as much as we want, provided we book it if we want private meetings. But right now, anybody could walk in the room, and I figured that's a great idea. But it opens at 6 o'clock, so I can go from 6 till 7 every morning. And I tried it a few weeks ago. And got frustrated because I wasn't going anywhere with it. But then I thought, you know what? This is one of those things where you just got to grind at it. I remember trying to get my first 100 subs. I was like, am I doing this? Am I doing this right? What am I doing? And I'm just going to go with consistency every morning between 6 and 7. I know I'm hurting myself by going private, but I think it'll be better in the long run, because I'll be able to edit those short clips out, or edit that stuff out and have some really superior content for the channel. And I am looking forward. I have a lot of advice that I can give you and help out, and it would be my pleasure to do so. Well, I think that's because that's the kind of person you are, Yankee, and I would suck it up like a sponge. I swear. I would just yes, I am getting some advice from Yankee. That's awesome. We have 4 in the room. Wow. Leave some comments, guys, so that I can engage and find out who is honoring me with their presence. But I got a feeling it's my mom, who doesn't chat, and some other people that, and I think one of them for sure is me, because I hooked it up so that I'm watching myself. Does that make sense, Yankee? But 4 in the room, yeah. Smash that thumbs up, guys, and geez, if you want to engage with Yankee, at least he's in the house right now. That's an honor for me. That's an honor. If you other 3 don't know who Yankee is, Aussie off grid. Okay. Gotcha, Aussie. Aussie. Oi, oi. You're not my mom. All right. Well, Aussie, welcome to the room. I'm here with Yankee, and I'm just having a live show in my lounge. If you've never been here before or haven't checked out my content, feel free to go over there and check it all out. You two can chat, absolutely. If Yankee, if you know Aussie, then good on you. I guess he would say. If not, feel free to check out his channel and let me know about his content. Oh, I can't believe this. I'm definitely setting a date with you today, Yankee. I'll be going through, adding you to my Google Hangouts, and away we go. So what time is it over there again, Aussie Off Grid? I think you're exactly 12 hours ahead of me right now. So you're probably, instead of sipping a coffee, you're having more of an adult beverage, I assume. Maybe a Pepsi or a Coke. But yeah, so just so you know, this is going to be a morning routine of mine, guys. I'm going to try to get on at 6 o'clock every morning here in the lounge. I'm not going to do an elaborate setup with this one, just throw the camera up, watch the chat, and sit by the window. But tonight at 8 o'clock is going to be the premiere. I hope. I'm having a few issues with my computer downstairs. Tonight is going to be my premiere for Throwback Thursday, where I'm going to take some of the collaborators' videos that I did for my Thursday collaboration, and we're going to throw them up we're going to watch those together, and we're going to tell old stories. So I'll be going live tonight at 8 o'clock, barring any unforeseen difficulties, and I'm going to try to do that weekly, every Thursday. So every Thursday at 8 o'clock, I've just put it down and out there. Now Yankee knows, so he's going to be like on my butt saying, "Hey, Mr. Millen, why aren't you live at 8? You said you were going to be." And hopefully he'll encourage me. But 8 o'clock every Thursday evening, I'll be doing a Throwback Thursday, chill and chat. We'll be talking old stories here. We're not going to talk about, new fresh stuff. We're going to try to kick it back, and that's what I'm going to do on Thursdays. And I'm going to try to go live every morning at 6 a.m. in the lounge, where I just hang back and so these are my 2 commitments that I've made for myself. Also, I want to go on and ask Ozzy Off Grid if you're interested in doing a Throwback Thursday collaboration. Search through my channel, find my Twitter, comment on my Thursday Throwback collaboration list, and let me know that you're interested in doing some of that footage. I've got full explanations everywhere on, there are really no rules. If you don't have any old footage, and I encourage you to do this because I've done this before with other communities, not on YouTube. But if you don't have any old footage, but you still have stories to tell, I encourage you to get on video and tell those old stories. It can be a brand new, fresh video talking about what you did back in the day, or how you felt back in the day, or stories that need to be told from back in the day, and eventually that content becomes your memories. For example, I was a coordinator of a youth center in Inuvik, Northwest Territories. And Inuvik is a very isolated northern town, north of the Arctic Circle. And we had a bunch of video equipment at the youth center, and every Thursday, and that's why I'm continuing this, I have a passion for this, every Thursday we would gather the elders of the community. This is Inuit community that I lived in. It was 99% Inuit, Inuvialuit and Wichin. And we would gather the elders in a circle, and the kids would practice their filming and editing skills by filming the elders sitting in the circle telling stories. We tried to do this outdoors, but we were just having too many issues with power and all that kind of stuff. So we got some of the younger kids to build paper mache fireplace, and our paper mache campground, and we'd set up, we'd put, it's a youth center. We do as much arts and crafty stuff as we could, and get the elders to tell these stories. And that was pretty much 10 years ago. And I got a letter from I got a text from one of the youth center kids, and they're all grown up now. I think she was like I think she was maybe 10 or 12, so she's like 22 now, and she's now the coordinator of the youth center, and she's kind of running it the same way I did back then, and I'm so proud of her. But she says, yeah, they use that Throwback Thursday footage that we created back then as archives now. Some of the stories that the elders told, and those elders have since gone on to the spirits in the sky, and she said it just touched me. It just, like, I went, they've archived all that. That wasn't just something that I was doing, flying by the seat of my pants. They archived those videos, and they bring them out, and to show how they want it. And that little thing has grown. So that community, which has a real history, You know, like the Inavalo community has a real history. Their nation was nearly wiped out by the whalers that came in the late 1800s. So, you know, that group that group of indigenous people were pretty much wiped out, to the point of extinction, and they came back, you know, and some of the stories that we were told were just so powerful. And so I encourage you to do that sort of thing. Get that footage down. Just tell the story, and it eventually becomes your history. Um, all right, sounds good, Yankee. I would love to, yeah, if you're up that early, I would love to get in a few words with you before I go live. Oh wait, you're talking about tonight's Thursday show. Okay. The only rules is there are no rules. That's right. You're talking about the Throwback Thursday there, Yankee. That's right. There are no rules. It's a chance to just reflect. Basically, is what I'm looking for. So many native tribes in this world have the same story, almost extinct and then came back. However, a lot of history and a lot of stories were lost. And you know what? That was my point right there. And I know you went through a personal tragedy yourself. I didn't experience something as devastating as you did, Yankee. I had a small fire in the basement, and basically I lost a chunk of my past. I lost pretty much, I would say about my photo albums that were in that part of the basement at the time were from 1986 to 1992. Which was, you know, basically my graduation from high school, right up until my daughter was maybe 1 or 2 years old. So all those photographs gone, you know, in a fire. So, you know, it was a partial loss. Thank goodness I was starting to convert into digital, and most of my stuff now was upstairs in the office, so it didn't get too damaged. But yeah, some of those, it was a huge loss, especially my yearbooks. I mean, man, who doesn't keep their high school yearbooks? They're gone. But yeah, I tell the stories, get out there. That's what Thursday's all about. I got 6 in the room. That's awesome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everybody, leave a comment, drop a thumbs up. Let me know who it is so that I can jot you down. In a place where YouTube can't get a hold of, and let you know that I'm keeping a list of who comes into my morning live shows, and you're definitely going to be rewarded with a treat someday. I tell you, either a personal video or something. I don't know, but just the support and the growing that I'm getting from doing this, I'm honored. I'm honored that you guys are here. What time is it? We're going on 6:34. Hey, we still got lots of time, and the coffee's not cold yet, so we're good to go. So yeah, actually, you know what? I knew I was just gonna get it then into just been there, done that story situation. That was my plug in a Nuvik. That was awesome, doing the youth center stuff. So yeah, and holding on to footage. Yeah. I can't believe Yankee's in the house. I thought you said you had to go. Weren't you working with somebody this morning, Yankee? I'm not encouraging you to leave, but man, I'm still just honored that you're here. And anybody who's in the room watching right now and doesn't know who Yankee's Outdoor Adventure is, I encourage you to click over those 3 white buttons off to the side of his chat. And I'm going the wrong way. I encourage you to go under those 3 white dots right beside his name. Hover over those, click on them, go check out his channel, and don't worry, it won't take you out of the live stream. It'll open another panel on your computer if that's what you're using to watch, and you can check out his channel while watching me make a fool of myself in the lounge up here in beautiful downtown Mississauga. I bet you Yankee's having the same problem I am, though. I thought, oh man, you know what? I could do my 6 till 7 morning show, and we can watch the sunrise together and all that kind of stuff. Well, guess what? It is 6:34 and the sun has not come up yet. Unfortunately, I can't change my schedule the way the sun changes its around here in Canada. But you want to talk about different different sunrises. Let me go back to the Arctic again, because I promised myself today I was going to throw back all my stories. If any of you ever have the chance to go north of the Arctic Circle, I encourage you to bring one thing. A GPS. Forget about what you know about navigating by the sun or by, moss on one side of the tree, any type of navigational skills that you've picked up. And I'm talking to you, Yankee. Forget about it. I was lost on the tundra for 18 hours. Literally, my buddy and I walked in circles for about 18 hours, and we had no idea we were doing this. We packed for a day trip. We packed a compass. We packed for a day trip. We packed a few small utilities, and we were going to stay on trail and just hike straight out from the town and then follow the trail back. Well, something happened where caribou came across the trail, and I thought, oh, I'd get some really great footage if I followed this caribou for a while and see what he was doing, and I convinced Eric that it'd be a good idea if we stepped off the trail for a minute, and bam, we're lost. Couldn't find the trail. Started, not really panicking, like you gotta, but we're walking along and Eric's like, yeah, I think we're lost, and I'm like, yeah, Eric, I think we're lost too. 18 hours later, I think all we had to eat were a couple of Snickers bars, some granola bars. We finally got to the point where, yeah, you know what, Eric, I think we're seriously lost. If I perish out here, you have my permission to to do the whole right thing here, but we tried to make light of it. But I'll tell you, the reason we got lost is because it was the middle of summer, and in the middle of summer, you can't follow the sun because the sun is directly above you, and all it's doing, if you can see, if the sun is directly above you, and all it's doing is just doing a little vibration. It's just going around and around and around in circles because the top of the earth is pointing directly at the sun and spinning around. So it's basically not going anywhere until the earth, changes its axis. So you can't use the sun as a guide, okay? Yeah, it's the weirdest thing. It's like noon all day. So you're lost. Eventually, what we decided to do after we sat down, gathered our, realized that we were lost. We scouted around for the highest point that we could find, and we went to the top of this hill, because what we were doing was we were in kind of a valley, and I thought, how can you get lost in a valley? But apparently, it's all these mounds, it's just mounds of stuff. So we were literally circling around valleys. So after just brilliant, we went to the highest ground, and from the top of that mound, we were able to see what's called the dew line. It's a I don't want to say it's an oil line. I don't want to say it's a pipeline. Natural gas. It's a natural gas line. We saw the what we figured was a natural gas line, and we did our darndest to check all the mounds, and we tried to head straight for it. Every time we went down the valley and back up again, we were getting closer to the dew line. So we got onto the dew line. At this point, I figured we were north of the dew line, so it made sense for us to go east because we know where the dew line intersects with the only road going into Inuvik, and so we followed that dew line. The dew line went up, and we finally hit the highway and hooked it back. It turns out we were only about 2.5 kilometers away from Inuvik. So, as far as being lost goes, and so we're that, man, we were out there for that long. We only walked about 2.5 kilometers to get back into town. So, we couldn't for the life of us figure it out. After living there for a while and getting to know the surrounding area, and venturing out more because it didn't discourage me, I figured out by knowing the area that we literally just went around in circles just outside of Inuvik for 18 hours. We were out there. It was I know it was 18 hours because I missed the whole shift of work. And I got yelled at by a lot of people. But I think it established me as that crazy guy in Inuvik that's willing to try anything. But anyways, it's 6:41, so we're doing well. That's great. There's my second story for Been There, Done That. I hope you enjoyed it. According to Yankee, I had 6 in the room. Right now, I'm back down to 2. Actually, okay, thank you, Ozzy Off-Grid. Yes, I did mention Indigenous connection. Yes, I do have an Indigenous connection. I have some Native blood in me, Cherokee and Oneida, from around here, but where I was living in the Arctic, that was all Inuit, Inuvialuit, and what I was doing was running a youth center and part-time teaching. I was a shop and drama teacher. And I would say in the high school, at the grade level that I was teaching, grade 8 to grade 12, probably about 90% of my students were either Gwich'in or Inuvialuit, which is 2 very strong nations up there. I gotta hand it to them. They're a very resilient group of people, funny, and the most giving. You know what I mean? They're just so willing to help you and tell you about themselves, and they just have a huge, rich and great history. So I ended up staying up there. What was a 1-year plan turned into a 5-year plan. I ended up staying up there for 5 years, so I was actually able to watch a lot of the youth grow and some of the changes, and really got into the community. It was funny. I was sitting at a bar. Every story that I tell from back then kind of has that flavor to it. I was sitting in the bar, and we were watching what we call the fresh meat come in, because in a small community, isolated like that, who's new. So we're watching the new people come in, and a guy comes up to me. He says, "Yeah, I'm new here in Inuvik. What can you tell me?" And I said, "Dude, what are you asking me?" He goes, "Well, you're local, aren't you?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Well, you're from here. Weren't you born here?" And I'm like, "No." And all my friends that were born, and he says, "Oh yeah, he's local. He's one of us." And I thought, "Oh, that was a proud moment for me." He's like, "Oh yeah." So yeah, that's, I don't know if that answers your question or not, but yeah, there's a bit of Native blood in me, not enough to get any tax credits or anything like that, any good stuff, but yeah. I hope that answers your question. Let me think. Should I tell another story about Inuvik? I seem to be on that topic. Chilling in the lounge with Mr. Millen. And I'm sorry, Ozzy, I did not write you down. Eventually, what I'm going to do is give you guys a blue wrench. Anybody that comes into my live shows now, if I see you pop in again, I promise to give you a blue wrench. And I've made my announcement about Throwback Thursday tonight, and I'm going to reiterate that tonight at 8 o'clock. I will be going live. But if there's some really great stuff going on all day, if anybody's interested, my buddy Yankee will be going on live today. Did I write down his schedule? Yankee will be going on live today later on at 8 o'clock. And Em and the Gang is doing Happy Trails is doing a 30-minute workout challenge. That is 11 o'clock my time. Sorry, you're going to have to do the calculations. And then Clint Moore goes on at 4 o'clock. You do not want to miss Clint Moore. I swear. He doesn't jump out at you. Okay, he eases up on you. So just watch Clint for a while, get to know him. The one thing I love about Clint Moore is he's honest. Like you can tell what he's saying in his live streams, and what he does is straight from the heart. So I encourage you to give Clint Moore a check out if you don't already know him. And yeah, and if you get a chance, there's some other really great channels out there. I wish I could be dropping links for you to check these out, but I know some really great channels out there are Recycle Dude. If you that's Recycle Dude. If you don't know who he is, I encourage you to check him out as well. He's a great community supporter, and you won't be disappointed if you head to his channel. Recycle Dude. Also, this is probably, if you know these guys, that's awesome. You live, okay, let me just take a second here to catch up on the chat. Ozzy, I live in a property here. I have a cave full of artifacts, Aboriginal artifacts, and the government wants to put a railway line over my land, and I'm trying to protect the cave. Oh man, 100%. Oh, you have no idea how much of a passion I have for that sort of thing. If there's anything I can do to help, you let me know. I mean, I know this sound like a crazy Canadian, but you know, any pointers or any, like, get the word out. Obviously, I don't know if I don't know if you have any protections set up in the Australian government for that sort of thing, but I would encourage you to investigate it and try to preserve it as much as you can. If at any point it becomes a lost cause and you feel that they're going to destroy anything, do as much as you can to preserve that heritage. You know, chain yourself to a tree. I've done it, been there, done that. Just get the word out. Like, preserving stuff like that is a passion for mine. You know, obviously, I'm doing a Throwback Thursday. I love history, which is really funny because history was my worst subject in high school. I blame it on the history teacher, but yeah, I do have a passion for history. The government wants to put a railway line over your land, man. I know things. I know the dichotomy of land ownership in Australia is a little bit different than it is here in Canada. You guys have, well, you know, the typical stereotype of an Aussie person is they have hundreds and hundreds of acres, and you know, they go, what do you call it? Go on a walkabout. See, I can't even say it. You guys say a walkabout. I'd be, oh, you go on a walkabout. Sorry, Canadian humor. But yeah. If yes, you're going to do a video in the cave, and it'll be your first video. Oh wow, that's, yeah, you are, like I said, you're new to the channel. I may have seen you before in a hangout, but I definitely encourage you to do a video in the cave, and I don't care what you do. I mean, if you have to make it, you know, if you have to hire somebody to be your cameraman or do that, I encourage you to do that within days. Well, you know what? I work best on a deadline. Mr. Aussie Off Grid, I want you to have that video out in a week. Today is Thursday. Next Throwback Thursday, I will definitely feature, because it's an artifact, I will definitely feature your video on my Throwback Thursday collaboration. Do the research, find me, hook me up. Let's put that video on Throwback Thursday. Don't worry about me leaking this information right now, because as soon as I go offline, I'm going to set this video to private and not bring it back until after Throwback Thursday. Yes, yeah. Well, now that you're in my chat room, you're definitely on my what do you call it, VIP list. I think I spelled it right. Oh, 2 S's. AUSSIE Off Grid. By the way, that is a cool name. I love it. Aussie Off Grid. And if Happy Trails. Oh my goodness, Happy Trails is in the house. Good morning, Hey, how you doing? I'm just sitting here chatting about some old stories with a couple of my buddies here. Yankee, if you want to scroll up the chat, was in here with me. It was just a great time. I'm not sure if he's still here or watching. I know he had some stuff to do this morning, and I was so thankful that he popped in. But hey, here I am. I'm doing my morning show, and wow, I got honored with the guests that I've had today. Chilling with my coffee, coming up with some great ideas, and told a couple of old stories. Kay, I know you're a busy woman, and I know that you're feeling overwhelmed with the amount of stuff that you've taken on. But I just want to encourage you to continue what you're doing. Amazing job, amazing content, amazing channel that you have over there. Aussie Off Grid, I know you're still in the house. Hover over those 3 dots that I was telling you about earlier. Click on those, go check out Happy Trails channel. You won't be disappointed. The content that she puts out, I give her top marks for consistency. You know, even when she did the Throwback Thursday for our first collaboration, the consistency in her video was right up there. I mean, yeah, I give her top marks for that. She knows exactly what she wants. She knows exactly what she's doing. And with that kind of driven focus, you're going to see this channel go to amazing places. I know that. And here I am talking about a channel like I'm a YouTube guru. I'm brand new to the freaking place, and I know that there's something in that channel that's awesome. Who else we got in the house? Just give me a second, guys. We've got Peter Deli. Hey. Here is Mike on live. Yeah, beauty. Peter Deli, if you don't know Aussie Off Grid, I encourage you to get over there and check out his channel. And I really encourage you, if you guys are in the same region, to help Aussie with his little project that he's got going on. There's apparently an native got so excited. I'm supposed to be chilling, right? Yeah. You have no idea how funny that is, because I am probably one of the most energetic persons that I know. So chillin' for me is like the worst nickname I could have. You'd think chillin' is, oh yeah, the guy wears sunglasses and he's always relaxed. But no, I get super excited all the time. So let me slow down, Peter. I encourage you to go over there and give Aussie Off Grid a check out. I don't know, I think he said it was his first video, but what he wants to do is he wants to video an artifact cave that's on his property, and the government is planning on building a railroad through it. So I would love for him to put up a video, and if you could help him in any way with that, I encourage you two to get together and work on that. For all you new people coming into the house, I just want to let you know ahead of time that if I do not shut down this live stream in 6 minutes at 7 o'clock sharp, I will be late for work, and we do not want that. That's not a good thing. So thank you for showing up today. I really appreciate that, and I'm honored. But every morning I'm going to try to do this from 6 till 7. This is pretty much I think I've got my situation figured out here. I think I'm coming through loud and clear. It's not a hard thing for me to do now, to come up, set up, sit down, have a chat. I'm happy with the backdrop. I'm happy with the lighting. I'm happy with everything that's going on. So I'm going to try to do this as every morning between 6 and 7. Just going to catch up to the chat here for a second. Ozzy, I don't think Happy Trails. I don't think Ozzy has his own content yet. What I'm encouraging him to do is create his first video and upload it to YouTube. So that would be any help that you guys can give him. That would be great. Peter, you would love to help. Happy Trails, not seeing any video. Yeah, that's right. It's going to be his first video, and let's make it a doozy. This is an important project that Ozzy's got an idea for, and man, I'm just like, I got goosebumps. My hands, the hair stands up on my arms when I know there's a great idea. And I've had so many great ideas in the morning on this show, and that's why I'm encouraged to keep doing it. The Throwback Thursday was born here with Karen Summers, and now I can just see that Aussie Off Grid is going to go somewhere with this video. And people, there's only what 4 or 5 people in the room right now. People, I encourage you to let this video, if he does a, not if, when he does a great job of telling the story about the artifacts in the cave and how the government wants to build a railroad virtually through his land, I want this video to go viral. That is my hope, that Aussie Off Grid's first video about something as important as preserving heritage on a Throwback Thursday is, it's got to go viral. And so I would encourage him to get that done by next Thursday. Get it uploaded into my collaboration list. Tell that story about the heritage. Do it well. Do it to the best of your ability, and we'll do what we can to help it grow. I've got some really great I got some really great creators that were in the room, and we'll all help you do that. It's an exciting time. Wow. Yeah, absolutely. Happy trails. Thank you very much for encouraging him. Even a simple chicken video. Yes, Peter Dell. Yeah. Mid Throwback Thursday next week. No, actually, I'm encouraging them to have that channel ready. I'm gonna go back a little bit in my chat. I still have 3 minutes. Okay. I'm going to go live every Thursday evening at 8 o'clock. Barring no technical difficulties. I had a bit of issues with my computer, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it tonight. I'm going to try the best I can. And I think I mentioned it in our collab text that I'm going to throw up the collaborators of the day every Thursday evening for that month, or that, oh boy. Let me start over. So I'm going to take our videos, and I'm going to throw them up in the background on my OBS and still do a live chat and talk about the videos and talk about whatever topics come up in the live room. But they'll be playing in the background for that. Every Thursday evening, I'll play the collaboration list from the previous before. So I'm encouraging Ozzy to get that video done by in a week, just because I want him to be driven to do this. And I will definitely be featuring that in my Thursday evening edition and adding it to the collaboration in some way that I can. I just want to get that growing. Okay, well, you know what? Let's take the. Ozzy says you have to be careful about copyrights against the government. It's hard to do. Chris, do you have a? Oh, did I miss somebody? Chris's World. Wow. Welcome, Chris's World. You're in the stream just in time. It's 6:59 right now, and as you know, I have to shut this down at 7 o'clock. I'm just begging you to not be, discouraged by me and come back again tomorrow. I'm going to try to be on live again from 6 till 7 every day. But if I do not shut this stream down at 7 o'clock, I will not have enough time to get ready for work, and I'll miss my bus and I'll be late, and it's not a good scene. So at 6:59, I'm just going to start to do my wind downs. Maybe I'll leave the chat room open for a while for you guys to make sure that you have your contacts with each other. Everybody get over on Aussie Off Grid's channel, subscribe. I know apparently he doesn't have any content on there right now, but the exciting thing is his first video, with any luck, is going to be phenomenal. It's not going to be the, it's not going to be a Hollywood production, but the story that he has to tell is the important thing in his content. So I encourage you to help him out with that. And it's, thank you, Peter. It's 7 o'clock and I need to shut it down. I'm going to leave you with my last words. Get to know each other, but I'm going to leave you with my last words. Where will you chill next? Thanks for coming out, guys.